Hey, Voigel! What's up?
Spur yourself onward, Dante. The final circle is near.
It's bad. What else you got? There you go.
What city is this that lies ahead?
Because you pierce the darkness from afar, you stray in your
What?
imagination. When you reach the place below, you will see plainly how the sense is deceived by distance. These are not towers, but giants.
Which is a cool-ass line. What else you got?
Shade, tell me of these giants.
One here is called Nimrod, the builder of
One of the Sentinels.
For his great flaw, a single language is not shared throughout the world.
I think that's a cool thing. Because of him, the Earth can't communicate as well as it could. What else you got, Voigel?
And the others?
The proud Ephialtes, who tried his strength.
Jove is
against
beast.
Jove. And Antaeus, the once invincible son of Mother Earth.
Okay. That's all you got, huh? So, we're moving into the final circle, and boy is it disappointing. It's very cool in concept, but it's really shit in execution, unfortunately. Who are you? Fra Albergio, traitor to family and country, sits in the lowest circle of hell. He murdered his own son for the sake of revenge. That makes no sense.
I belong to a holy order of...
Yeah, your friars, I don't care how good your French fries or your chicken tendies are. Fry Albergio. I don't care if you're fucking Chef Boyardee. Yeah. No. No. That's a bad friar. We're going down to the final circle. And of course, in a cool turn of events, the final circle is cold. I like that. I like that the game runs with that a little bit. Because they just take these fucking titans from God of War and just throw them in there. Just go a little bit faster and he'll not be able to fucking touch you. There's something cool about this. I like it, but this is over before it even almost starts. Fuck. Just throw a bunch of holy at them, who cares? Okay, that cleared them out. Let's get the fuck out of here before the jolly frost giant starts deciding to blow some wind. So aside from that combat arena and this rappelling section, this is the entire circle. I really like the idea of the final circle. Oh shit. Okay. I really like the idea of the final circle just being cold and dark. That's pretty scary. I would actually not want to be like in the dark alone and cold for the rest of my existence, rather than, like, at least in Gluttony, shit's happening. Oh, fuck! Hey, Voigel.
The love and trust that nature makes.
Neat!
Center of the universe, in the seat of the devil himself, every traitor is consumed eternally.
What do you mean? Tell me more.
What makes this cold wind?
Lo, Dis himself, the emperor of the woeful realm. And lo, the place where you must arm yourself with fortitude.
I got lots of fortitude. I got it coming out of the ass, Virgil.
Master, will we speak again?
Gird yourself for the final encounter. Think not on me. Should you prevail, I will see you on the other side.
No, why would you? You're dead. I don't understand Virgil. In the game, at least. Who over here? Italian nobleman and naval commander aligned himself with Guelphs and Gallifians alike. He switched allegiances often until his ultimate imprisonment and death by starvation. You're fine, dude. Who cares? Yeah, let's just go. Let's just fucking do it. Just smash this shit up. You'll smash that shit up. And now we're fighting the devil. That's it. That's the circle. It's fucking horseshit. Like, this game starts off, like, kind of fun and goofy. There's middle parts of the game that are kind of like, haha, I get it, and whatever. And it's just, the last section just drops the ball so hard. The last 2 Rings of Hell are just fucking shit. So Satan's this big fucking ghoul over here. This gabagool. That's fine. That's Satan, sure, I'll accept that. You know what Satan hates? Shooting Jesus' fucking gang sign at him. Hates that shit. He hates it when you shoot into his fucking belly welly. Alright, now he's angry again. So whatever, all you have to do is run against him. You really don't have to do much in this phase. It's not that big of a deal. Whatever, take the hits, doesn't matter. Just shoot holy at him. Hates that. Yeah, fart all you want, man. Especially shooting holy in the air is good too, because he doesn't know how to do attacks in the air. Oh no, my tummy! Just shoot more of that shit. But his health is almost down to 0. What a bitch. And he shoots these sexy winds at you. I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that is. Ah! Whatever, I'm half health. I'll get more health later. Doesn't even matter. Just shoot it. There you go. And just shoot more until he's fucking dead. He can't stop you. You're Dante. There, look. First phase over. Blah, blah.
You are the best, Dante. Many have tried and many have failed me. Brave Ulysses, the great Alexander, Attila, Lancelot. Only you possess.
Why did Lancelot get sent to hell?
To free me.
Then Satan rips up his own guts. What? Nani? Just for another Satan to appear.
I gave my soul to free Beatrice, not you.
Did you really think this was all about the girl?
This dialogue's so shit.
Her soul
Compare
is
this to
free.
how Virgil
Only
talked.
you and I remain.
Come for me, holy warrior. Come! Fulfill your destiny!
So now you gotta fight Satan again. At the Lake Cocytus. So my health was refilled, so it didn't really matter there, everything that happened. He just came out of his Satan Mecca. They were fighting Lucifer. I like Beelzebub. Why does he have so many fucking names? I don't know. A lot of monikers, a lot of internet handles for Satan. The devil is kind of lame. There's many devils, but yeah, just shoot loads of holy at him. There's not much you can do. You got tons of magic. You got all this fucking shit. Satan hasn't been properly monitoring what Dante's been gaining. And he's super slow. He's on his hoofs. Just shoot tons of holy at him. He hates that shit. And of course we're fighting on a giant pentagram because of the Satan. Fucking Sabrina beats Satan. So we're gonna have a great time doing this. Look at that. I don't know what that did, but I probably didn't do anything bad for me. Just shoot that ice shit at him. He hates that. Even though he's encased in ice. He's got all those icicles around him. All those Sonic ice cream pops. Okay, well, yeah, he didn't get hit by that, but that's fine. Haha! He taunts like Shao fucking Kahn. Yeah, whatever, punk. We almost fucking killed him. This is the end of the game.
Dare assault me!
Yeah!
You who have done far worse than I.
Really?
I stood for my fellow angels, for reason and justice. And then he made you in his image. You
This fucking speech is so lame. It's like a speech from Dogma.
Bow down to you.
My gratitude for breaking the chains of Judecca.
You dolt! Behold your ruin, and witness my escape.
This is like what someone says to you when you've won in a fighting game online. They send you like an instant message. And he just fucking flies over there.
I will restore my enemies
So whatever, he shoots this shit.
in my glory.
Just do some air combos on him. He's still at the health that he's at. Oh fuck, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Okay, well he's blocking it now.
Truly suffer.
Yes, truly suffer. Yeah. Because remember, we have the Scythe of Death, so that just kills Satan. I want to know who's in the hierarchy. Is Dracula above Satan? He was in like Lords of Shadow. Then you became Satan. Spoilers. I don't think anyone fucking cares. The only true Castlevania is Netflix Castlevania. Everyone knows this. Oh shit! I'm almost about to die. I've been talking too much. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I have to hit him one more time.
Remember the war in heaven. Remember the rebellion.
Oh, who are you saying this to, Satan? So he shoots his fire out of his ass. And then the if this pentagram platform thing wasn't here, then what would happen? And it's really awkward if I remember. Yes! Yes! Oh yeah! Yeah! Have a big time QTE. Watch out, left stick! Oh, left stick again! And then the X button, followed up by the B button. Good thing Beatrice gave me this sick ass cross she bought in Venice Beach. And now Satan's dead. Go back to your Satan Mecca, devil!
Wait! There's just one last minor detail with which I ought to make you familiar.
This shit is the dumbest. If this is what I think it is, it's so bad. It basically ruins the game. Remember that? When that Hashashin stuck that knife in your back? Yeah. You fell down.
It can't be.
You're dead, Dante. You can't go anywhere. Not a
Really?
single soul may leave.
Let's rewind a bit.
It is forbidden by him.
But you were praising me before for having a soul that's blacker than black. Metallica the Black Album.
I will reclaim my rightful place in paradise.
Will you though?
My path will be paved with the sins of man, and yours, Dante, shall be the bedrock of my return. And all that is good shall be gone from the universe.
That's so generic.
Not yet. I have collected many souls on this pilgrimage. Souls that I have freed from this Inferno. And together, they now possess the power to free me.
That's convenient.
Mother, brothers, absolve me!
So Dante's dead, yeah, despite the fact that he's not a shade. He's like a human with skin.
Just think what we could achieve.
And look, he's running it back.
Dante, I can reunite you with Beatrice. Together, we will rule
I don't
the
like how
three
lame
kingdoms
Satan
of the
is here.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Shabamos! Jesus! Send you back to your Leopardon. I wish I could have fought this Satan a bit more. And then the chains of Judeca of Genova return on his arms for whatever reason. Because we shot a bunch of souls at him, I guess. You think Satan, the Lord of Hell, would be able to beat up a few souls, but, And didn't we send them to heaven? Why am I even slave them into the cross? That's a cool shot. Let's get this Dante butt. And Dante looks a little weird. He looks like Doom Marine a little bit. I got boobies number 15 now. Yeah, now we're in the sands of time. And look, he loves it. Yeah. What do we actually do? We freed Satan, then we beat him up again. I'm not sure if that's a win. Look at them glutes. Love that. And of course the cross is burned into his chest. I don't know why they did this. And now we're in like a level of Bayonetta.
And I did not live.
So where are you then? Man, Bayonetta's a better Dante's Inferno than Dante's Inferno. And then it turns into a snake, because that's a Satan. And they put a lot... To be continued. No, it won't fucking won't. You've unlocked a new mode, the Gates of Hell Arena. And the Infernal difficulty. And you can wear Dante and his Crusader. And then we made a weird video about babies. And we put New Game Plus. I don't know. Maybe it's because I had a few drinks, but that was awful. That's a really bad way to be continued. Fuck you, Jonathan Knight. Why did you think this was going to be a huge success? Like, it's just a straight up God of War ripoff. I don't know. So yeah, like Dante's Inferno 2, which wouldn't even be an accurate title at that point. What would you have fucking called it? Dante's Paradiso, maybe. I don't know. Satan gets loose in heaven or wherever we were? I don't know. I don't know what they were going for there. I think they just were going for something. And they didn't think it through. And they didn't think this game wouldn't be a... Like, it sold okay, I think. But like EA did a lot during those years of like 2008 to 2010. It's like they tried to make these non-sports, non-shitty games. Mirror's Edge, this, Dead Space. And none of them were sales successes. I mean, Dead Space 2 was a huge sales disaster, and that's why Dead Space 3 was the way it was. With microtransactions and being like a dude bro shitty shooter. That I can't even, like, bring myself to fucking finish. But still, Dante's Inferno, in general, the idea of a game going through that, that's really cool. In a character action sense, should it have been? Probably not. But if you were going to do that, and they did that, I wish they would have done better at that. In terms of, don't stick so closely to the source material. Like, you went a bit farther than what that basically entails, but you didn't go far enough. It shouldn't have been Dante's Inferno. It should have just been like, dude bro goes to hell. I don't know. I'm just waxy poetic. The fact that the dialogue with Virgil is so awesome sounding, in terms of its gravity, in terms of its poeticness, and like the words used, and then whenever you're talking to anybody else, the game just falls apart. It's so bad. Like, all of that talking with the devil was the most generic devil talk I've ever heard. Oh, he made you in the image. Fuck you, man. That's lame. That's lazy. Because Dante doesn't fucking fight the devil with a scythe battle and his big donkey dick hanging around. That doesn't happen. So there's concept art. You're gonna see I'm not lying. Jeff Adams, you didn't do a super good job. None of you did a really great job. I didn't really like any of that. Additional concept art by Wayne fucking Barlow. That's the fucking dude. You know? That's the MVP. The MVP! Yeah. I would really relish the choice to go through all of the Rings of Hell in a different game, honestly. But there's no way they were going to do like a completely different game style. You know, this game didn't reviewed all right. Everyone knew it was clearly a God of War ripoff. The exact same control scheme almost. All the same shit. They should have made it a bit different. I really think it. You know, I don't mind it being some type of action game. You know, and that's what. And EA tried it again. They tried it again. There's Graham McTavish. They tried it again with, of course, the Shadows of the Damned. That's the exact same game. And they wanted Suda51 and Shinji Mikami to just make RE4 in Hell, which is a better idea. It really is. I think Shadows of the Damned does a lot more interesting things with the concept of going through Hell and fighting Hell things. It makes it its own universe. And this just kind of cribs so much from Dante Alighieri's original like story, poem, whatever. But also does a bunch of other dumb shit that Visceral wanted to do. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass here. If you guys are still listening, I thank you. All the shades. Every single person we saved, they're here, performing for you. They're the last members of the Hellborn crew. You know? The boss fights are really inconsistent in this. Did you notice that? Some layers of Hell had boss fights, some kind of didn't. Some were at the start of levels, some were at the end. Who are the bosses? I'm going to say King Minos, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. You know, then we have Dante's dad, then Dante's friend, the brother Beatrice. Then, you know, Treachery didn't even really have a boss for whatever reason. And then there was, you know, the Cerberus back in Gluttony. Sorry, I forgot it. But it was at the start of Gluttony. And then the final level of Hell, which should be the scariest, maybe, is like two ice giants, you know, walking past a breaking bridge, and then Satan. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like all the components given, you could have, if you needed to be like a Devil May Cry, God of War style action game, you could have probably thought about it a little bit more, especially in the latter levels. Gluttony, yeah, farting asses and mouths, like, oh, big penis towers and lust. Anger, angry swamps, violence, everyone's screaming, like, you know, it's the same kind of issue I have with the Darksiders franchise and the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Like, we don't know how to do pestilence or famine, so fuck it, let's just call them fury and strife. Okay, sure, I guess. It's one of those things video games kind of stumbles upon, because the developer is kind of just thinking, how are we supposed to think of this in a video game? How are people that drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos? How is Jeff Keighley going to understand this thing if we don't fucking make it like this? I mean, you don't have to. You are the developers that made Dead Space. a great survival horror, sci-fi title. Like, as a visceral side project, not a side project, but a project like Dead Space is way more successful. Even with the inclusion of Dead Space 3 or Extraction. Extraction's awesome. But I think that's an overall more successful thing at trying to ape another thing, which is RE4. It does a better job at that, even as similar as it is. It still has a lot more ideas of its own than this does in comparison to God of War. I don't know. That's my theory. That's what I feel. But there's still some strong stuff in this game. Wayne Barlow's art. I actually like Dante a little bit in the terms of how he's like, you know what? Fuck this. You're right. I am at fault here. Very few heroes in games actually do that. I don't know. I think having this being a survival horror game would have been better. Talking to some more characters, listening to more characters, some more elaborate cutscenes. The cutscenes in this thing move so fucking fast. Again, I've said it before, but it's like goddamn, what's that horrible director? Michael Bay or Zack Snyder. Everything has to move so fast and just bow. I hate those animated cutscenes. I think they do the game no favors. I'd actually prefer the game to be cel shaded, to look all like those cutscenes, everything be consistent. But the fact that this game goes around from, 2010 era 360 PS3 models, then to really nice FMVs that someone obviously spent a lot of money on, and then really cheap looking, like American anime cartoons, like, what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of like, stuff like, 2000 AD, what am I thinking of? FAC, the shit, the British shit. Heavy Metal is what I'm thinking of. It looks cheap like that, but that's a full fucking movie, so I can be like, oh, whatever. And that was like fucking 20 years ago. It's one of those things that bothers me. Like, I said like previous parts ago, I don't like inconsistent ways of showing narrative versus cutscenes versus voiceovers versus in-game cutscenes versus FMVs. It just makes the narrative really fractured. It's like you didn't know what to do. We don't want to... Yeah, doing the FMVs is really expensive. I get that, so we're going to just save them for the best ones. But you actually had quite a bit in this game. Specifically. There was like 1 million of them. So I don't even get why they went that way with it. And then look at this title screen, this background screen of I'm assuming Beatrice. It could be a James Bond girl for all I know. And you have the inky like bloodlines coming down. That's cool. But like nothing links up with it at all. It's like there's 1 million people on the UI, concept art, and like visual storytelling team. It just doesn't coalesce. It just strikes me as a project that had a glimmer of a good idea, and just maybe too many cooks in the kitchen, or maybe one cook in the kitchen that just brought it down the wrong path. Jonathan Knight, I'm not sure. I don't know where he is right now. We all know, like a few months ago, almost a year ago, Visceral got closed down by EA. And their Star Wars game got closed down. Like, it's such a fucking clusterfuck. I do have to say, during this time of the late 360 PS3 HD era, the EA was doing some was doing the most fun things I've ever seen. And now they just shit out utter crap. It's still all sports games and the occasional huge misfire, like Mirror's Edge, whatever, that new Mirror's Edge game that nobody cared about. And that's Dante's Inferno. I hope you enjoyed it, because I kind of really didn't. But hopefully we can all get used to hell like it was a hot tub. Thanks for watching, everybody.